people say, Jesus is the Word. Jesus is the Word. Yes, he is. He's the spoken word. This gets little press anymore. People say you get a Bible, you preach from the Bible, Hebrew and Greek, exegesis, theology. That's fine, maybe. But Jesus, who was the Word, was preaching the Word. The Father was downloading to him the New Testament Word, which is not the New Testament nor the Old Testament. He was downloading him something new. So Jesus, to download Jesus something new, he was showing him something new. Jesus did what the Father said to do. He didn't just say, well, okay, now I know it. I know what God wants. That's the way most religious people are. Most religious people, and I don't appreciate religious people. I don't appreciate religious people because they're not religious. That if somebody be really religious, I appreciate that person. Even if the person be misguided, if he's religious and moral, he'll come to the right conclusion. If he's not, he won't. But God told Jesus what he wanted him to say. Jesus did not say, well, my book's coming out. Look at my book. Jesus did not say, I've got a book coming out. Just go away and my book will be out in a few years. Just read it. And I'll just do some healings. He preached to them. And he did not preach to them looking at the scriptures. He preached what God told him to preach. It's the same thing when somebody says, well, God told me to marry this person. Great. Did God tell you anything to tell that person that could be interested in becoming a Christian? Did God tell you to evangelize a Christian? Then you go to the Bible. The Bible is great. In as much as it's correctly translated, and there are a lot of problems with the translation of the Bible. Even in Jesus' prayer, the Lord's Prayer, it's called, there are problems. Jesus did not say, my book's coming out, you can read my book. Jesus healed and he preached to them, and he listened to what God said, and that's exactly what Christians should do because he is our example. We should listen to what God said, and we should follow Jesus' example. Jesus read from the scriptures. He found a place in Isaiah about the prisoners and the poor, and he read it. But his preaching came from his prayer. Jesus' example is praying. He was not spending most of his time reading the Bible. He was spending most of his time praying, and we should too.